Hello and welcome everyone to Chickenpolice. Last time we found out that Deborah, the Impala that started this whole case, unfortunately got killed brutally, and then the word whore got written on her body, probably as a message to Natasha. We don't really have a clear suspect. I mentioned a couple of people I am suspecting a little bit, but we have to investigate more, and in order to do that, we now talk to Fillmore.
Hey, old bird. What are you waiting for out here in the rain?
Is that you, boys?
Oh boy.
I'm a little, tired.
I can see that, pal.
Oh, it's alright. I just can't find my car. I don't see very well in the rain. My eyesight's pretty bad. I should wear glasses. Imagine that. A hawk wearing glasses.
Yeah, it's funny.
There ain't nothing funny about it, Snowflake.
Whoa, all right, sorry.
Okay.
Have
Touchy
you
subject.
seen Natasha or Ibn since we left?
Ibn, he scuppered off a long time ago. Natasha, I haven't seen her.
Thanks anyway, pal. Good luck with finding your car. You, want some help?
Could it be that I didn't come here by car? What do you think, Sonny? Old friend?
Well, I wouldn't know that, Phil, but, you take care, all right?
Ah, you're telling me? Oh, that's funny.
Okay, he is hammered.
Hey, boys, tell me, is Natasha still inside?
I can't give you any information about that, gentleman. I'm sorry.
Ah, the regulations. I know. We've gotten used to it.
I am glad to hear that.
And your boss, Wessler? Can we find him in the VIP lounge?
I'm afraid I can't tell you that either.
But we can take a look for ourselves, right?
No problem, gentlemen.
Thanks, Wooly.
Your friend's not the talkative type, is he? He understands what we're saying, right?
Don't anger me, chicken, or I'll tear out your throat before you could say hemp seed.
Okay.
Ha, just try,
Oh,
Fleabag.
okay, calm down,
Hey,
Marty.
folks, relax. The night's still young. We'll have plenty of time to tear each other's throats out, but right now we're busy.
Huh, you're right.
Bye, guys.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
Okay. Lovely guy. Big Buck is still there. Llama is now here. Let's see what the
Hello
bartender
again,
has to say.
Bojack.
It's Bojack!
Please don't call me that, sir.
You're right. I'm sorry. What's your name again?
Well, if you really must know, I'm Lance, sir.
Lance.
Okay, Lance. Listen, it's very important.
Oh, please, sir. Don't get me involved in anything. I just want to get my shift over with and go home to sleep. Relax. There won't be a problem. Just answer the questions honestly. If I must, let's give it a try.
Okay.
Right, kid.
Lance.
Lance. Yeah. So, have you seen Natasha since her performance?
Oh, no, don't ask me anything about Miss Kitsenko and Mr. Wessler. It could cost me my job or even more.
Fair enough.
Hey, it's a matter of national security.
It could be.
Yeah, see, it could be. So, if you help, you won't only be helping us, but the crown and the whole city of Clawville. Oh, okay, all right, just stop that chicken shit, will ya? I saw Natasha, yeah. She came down, spoke with someone, then stormed out the front door.
Interesting.
And then what happened?
She came right back in 2 or 3 minutes later, soaked to the bone. She was in a hurry. She went up to her suite, then came back down and left.
And you haven't seen her since?
I genuinely haven't seen her ever since, sir.
Thanks, Lance.
Okay,
You've been a great help.
that is interesting.
I'm happy to hear that. So Natasha had left.
Yeah.
Seems so. But she never arrived at the weekend house.
Then,
Then we'll stay with the original plan. We'll gather our thoughts at the office and go over everything we know.
That sounds
okay,
good.
Boss Bird, lead the way.
Okay. Just checking if there's anything else. Probably not. Oh, Olivia's there. Nothing new there. Okay. Anything? Do we now have profile for Lance? Poor Lance. Doesn't make it in the people section. Okay. Well, let's go to our office then.
We had no choice but to continue the investigation where it started. In that shady little apartment I called home. The only lead was the list Fillmore gave us, with all those imposing names on it. But what could it mean? And why did Natasha keep it secret from us? But most importantly, what did all this have to do with Deborah's death? The trail started to get cold, and so did the air outside. There was something unsettling in the black clouds, hiding all the stars. I prayed that they didn't bring an early snowfall. The night was already painful enough.
Okay, very ominous.
So, what are we doing here?
Trying to calm down. I'll have a shot.
Sure you will.
And we're trying to put the pieces together, of course. Figure out what's next.
And what is next, Boss Bird?
Let's take a look at what we've learned so far.
Okay.
So, how did this whole case start?
That is amazing. I love those kind of things in games like this. Okay. How did the whole case start? Well, it all started with Deborah and strange threats. That's going to be right. What do I have to do? Have to press anything? Oh. Or is it strange? Okay. Natasha and the threats, but what's the connection? They make her suspicious. She is the source of them. They clearly weren't for her. I mean, they were, of all the things they were, I mean, I wouldn't say clearly addressed her, but they were addressed
Yeah,
her.
the threats are meant for Natasha, no doubt about that.
Okay. Tasha is afraid? Or do I need one of these now? Important, but not now.
But there was something Natasha didn't speak about.
She kept it secret. She showed it to us. She lied about it. Kept a secret.
Natasha is terrified, and she's in real danger. But she kept this list hidden from us. It seems too important to keep it a secret.
Exactly.
But
Oh,
what could
Lewis.
we do with this list?
He has something to do with this. He may something about it. I mean, I do think he's a little bit suspicious, but he may know something
I know
about it.
only one person who moves in circles high enough to know where it's from.
Exactly.
Lewis. We must ask him if we want to get out of this dead end.
Exactly. Case closed.
So
That
the
was fun. I
card
like
is,
that little summary.
Maybe a dead end. The piece of painting, too.
I have to say, I'm really pleasantly surprised by the game. Initially, I thought it was just a graphic novel, like short-term fun with like goofy characters. But although there is some goofiness involved, it is a really good story with some cool gameplay aspects in it, and clearly still evolving. Very pleasantly surprised. Let me know in the comments below what you think of that. But I'm very, very positively surprised. The card is maybe a dead end. Okay.
But the list Fillmore gave us...
Exactly. Full of those imposing names. And I only know one person who moves in similar circles.
Lamar!
Yes, Marty. It's Lewis. Exactly.
Of course, it's Lewis. But where do we find the Bunny Man?
Well, since he owns this building, I'm hoping he's here. It's worth a call.
You know his number?
By heart. 555-932. I wrote it down in my notebook as well.
Oh, you are a professional, Boss Bird.
We're super professional. Anything else here? Anything we can talk to him about?
Look, I'm sorry I dragged you into this, Marty.
Ah, don't be. I would have been bored to death, still be on that shooting range.
And Laura, what about her?
She's used to it. Every New Year's the same. You know, since that special one.
Don't say it.
A bloody New Year's. Yeah. So Laura's probably at home, waiting for me on the couch, staring into a candle and killing a bottle of wine. Or two.
You can get out of this any time. You know that, don't you?
If you start something, finish it, right? Let's just make it through alive, okay? Or Laura will bite off my head. Literally.
Okay.
I'm on it, partner.
Okay. Let's call him. I wrote down his number 2, so I didn't have to remember it. Okay. 555 932 932.
Hey, Lewis, sorry to disturb you again. Could you come over to my place? I have a question for you. It's very important. It's about a case.
A real case with the chicken police? Of course, Sonny. I'll be over in a few minutes.
Thanks,
Okay.
pal. I owe you one.
One? Just a second.
There he is.
Thanks, Lewis. Again.
Oh, don't mention it. Besides, it was my big dream to help you with a serious case.
Well, let's hope you can help. What can you tell me about this list, old pal?
Well,
Well, these names, I know half of them personally. Maybe even more.
I knew it.
But I have no idea what kind of list this is.
here we go.
But these are all members of the upper class, politicians, business people. Oh my. Even the commander of the Royal Guard.
Damn.
But I really don't know what it means.
So, is it a dead end?
I'm afraid so.
Huh. Oh, they want to go to the pictures. Well, let's ask him about Deborah, because he might be the last one who saw her alive. And again, I'm kind of have some suspicion about Lewis.
Deborah, the girl who came to me tonight.
Yes, she's a very lovely young lady.
Where did you take her after you two left?
Where she asked me to Flowerville.
Flowerville? Rochester Street 37?
Yes, exactly. Why?
Luck.
Did something happen?
Nothing good, Lewis. Nothing good.
Huh, so he might really be the last one.
This?
This?
Oh, my goodness.
I think we have a bingo, gentlemen.
You see, I also have one of these.
Okay.
A card? Like this? Really?
Yes. It's a membership card to a very exclusive club.
How exclusive?
Very.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
What does SN mean, Lewis?
It's the sweltering Nile.
Oh boy, is it like a bath club?
But that's a...
Well, yes, it's a brothel, but it's not like that. It's something completely different.
Calm down, Lewis. We're not going to tell anybody.
Thank you so much. It is rather embarrassing.
Listen, Lewis. How do we get in?
You want to get in? Well, if you show them this card, they'll surely let you in, but it will be obvious you're not regulars there.
We're used to that.
Yeah.
So, are we going to a luxury brothel?
Yes, Marty, we are.
Correct, Marty. Thanks for the help, Lewis. I owe you one. For the third time today, I think.
Let's ask him about the rest still.
I don't know what you said to him, but after you finished, he almost immediately Van disappeared.
Really?
Van disappeared,
That's
okay?
suspicious.
Yeah, it is.
Or he had business elsewhere. It's New Year's Eve. Everybody's going somewhere.
Anything on Natasha?
I didn't see her after the show. If I'm not mistaken, she usually leaves when everyone else has already left.
What else do you know about her, Lewis?
Oh, not much. What everybody knows. She was a dancer, then a backing singer, then star, and then club owner.
We found out as much already. Do you think she'd fled the Stavonian massacre? That's why the secrecy.
Do you mean the massacre of the royal family? I'd say her accent is a dead giveaway, and her name too, though it's undoubtedly an alias.
So it's possible that she is
Yeah.
a part of the royal
Could be.
family.
I don't think so. Nobody could have survived that awful night.
You're probably right.
Oh, maybe. So, tell me more about the sweltering now.
What should we know about the place, Lewis? Besides what they're dealing in there.
No, it's an elegant and exclusive place. Not everybody visits them for that, you know. Some animals just go for company.
I see. I guess it's mostly visited by the upper class.
Mostly, yes. The wealthy who have a taste.
Yes, of course.
Is it true what they say, that it's some kind of hidden stronghold of the royalists?
The Nile is a proud herald of the coexistence of all the species, yes. But stronghold? I don't think so.
But the
Okay.
place must be an eyesore for the separatists, right?
Oh, don't worry for the girls, Sonny. They can defend themselves quite well. The separatists wouldn't dare to go near the place.
Well, we'll see what they have to say about these two old cocks.
That was a little bit, equivocal.
Okay.
May I ask what you have gotten yourself into? This looks serious?
It's quite serious.
It's complicated, Lewis, but nothing good. I can tell you that much.
Ah, is there anything else that I can help you with?
Maybe there's something.
I don't think at the moment. Okay, so we have a luxury brothel. They are the Sweltering Now, an almost legendary luxury brothel that is visited mainly by members of the upper crust, and by Lewis, as it turned out recently. Oh, we have also Mullen's newsstand. Tiny kiosk in the heart of the Calavera Hills. It's small, almost invisible, but hides one of the most crucial things in the shithole. Knowledge. Okay. Anything else? No. Okay. I think that means we leave for the Sweltering Nile. Here we go. Chapter 2. The Killing.
To Marty's delight, we were heading toward the most exclusive brothel in Clawville. The separatists and those opposing the monarchy hated the place, just like they hated everything that supported interracial relations and peaceful coexistence of all species. So the place wasn't just a brothel, it was a symbol. But just like a brothel is not a worthy symbol, Clawville failed to turn out the way it was intended.
Well, here we are. The kingdom of long legs, silky skin, and fluttering lashes. We've arrived.
We've arrived indeed.
Calm down, Marty. Watch your blood pressure.
Oh, oh God. Oh. Receptionist. Foxy lady. Lemur lady. Dog dame. God.
These brides are elegant, just like Laszlo said.
Lewis.
What do you think could be the old rabbit's type? Fluffy tails, furry ears, a raspy tongue?
Oh, for the love of all the gods, stop it.
But just think about it.
Please shut up, Marty.
She's what I call an exotic beauty.
Well, that's one way to put it.
Hey, every animal's the most beautiful thing in the world to someone.
Yeah, you're right.
Oof, I don't know about you, but I go weak in the knees for stripes.
Please, Marty, I don't want to know. And I don't care. Keep it to yourself. And let's get out of here quickly.
Can't I even talk to you anymore?
You can. Ask about the weather, or how's my lower back. Those two are even connected if you want to know.
Yeah, old fart. Yeesh, that guy's stare gives me the creeps.
I can see why.
I've always told myself that birds are weird.
What did you just say?
It's all weird.
Huh? What? Me? Nothing?
Foxy lady. Let's talk to her.
Gentlemen, would you be so kind as to help me?
With pleasure, ma'am.
The zipper always comes down on my dress. Would you kindly zip it back up?
Can I, Sonny?
God.
What am I, your mother? Do what you want, for God's sake.
Happy to help, ma'am.
Oh, what a gallant young man.
Clucking lords.
Oh. Well, what's this? I don't know what I'm doing here, but...
Oh, thank you, honey.
Marty, ma'am. Marty McChicken.
Marty McChicken.
Thank you, darling Marty. I'm much obliged.
Anytime, ma'am. Anytime.
Oh.
I don't even know. Good gods!
Hey, keep it down, Marty.
I see it now. Of all that's furry.
Yes, it's very furry. Or more like, shaggy. This picture, this one's really artistic for a change.
That's a beautiful picture.
Holy fur. You swallowed so hard, the whole place shook.
Are you kidding me? I've never seen anything like this before. Is this even legal?
Why wouldn't it be?
I don't know. Vice?
You really must be joking. Vice in Clawville?
Okay, I was pulling your leg. But still, it's a little hot in here.
Oh, cool down, Marty. Don't even look over there. Remember Laura, your wonderful girlfriend, whom you love more than anything.
You don't need to tell me. All I'm thinking about is her.
With a hatchet in her hand.
More like my nuggets.
That's
That's a good one.
Laura.
That's it, Marty. Just slowly turn away from the pictures.
Okay. Those are some pictures. Oh.
That woman, she's familiar.
Yeah, it's Carol Baskin.
Do you think it's her? The broad from the Bloody New Year's?
God damn it, Marty. Do you have to say it out loud? It gives me goosebumps.
Oh.
Chicken bumps, more like.
Anyway, I don't know if it's really her. I always get confused by the exotic ones, but yeah, maybe.
Honestly, it gives me the creeps.
Yeah, me too.
Anyway, she's a very attractive gal, huh? And this photo is really something. Very, artistic.
You call that art?
This is what real art is about, Sonny. It's beautiful and mysterious.
Well, you should have seen the picture on Natasha's wall. Your heart would have skipped a beat for sure.
Wait, what picture? Talk to me.
Nothing. Forget it. It's not important.
Hey, you're not getting off that easily. I want to know.
No, my friend, you have to earn that.
You're a real bastard, you know?
I know, Marty.
Okay. Time to talk to the receptionist.
I think she must be the receptionist.
You're a real detective, Marty.
Bravo, Mr. Detective.
Why'd you have to be like that all the time?
Well, sometimes I seriously can't decide if you've become totally stupid over the years, or it just entertains you to act that way.
Well, you know, that's a good question.
That's exactly what I mean.
Right?
My name is Day-Night Diamond. Welcome to the sweltering Nile, gentlemen.
Miss Diamond, I'm Sonny, and this is my partner, Marty.
If I may, miss, you have a beautiful name and exceptionally wonderful stripes.
Marty, not now.
Oh, thank you very much.
Please excuse him. He doesn't visit places like this very often. Me neither, to be honest.
Oh, nothing to worry about, gentlemen. There's a first time for everyone.
You're absolutely right.
We're just interested in a certain lady called Deborah.
Deborah. We don't have any employees by that name right now, but if you want, any of our girls would love to be Deborah for a night.
Oh, I bet.
No. Excuse me, you misunderstand. She doesn't work here.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
It's kind of confusing, but let me try to explain.
Please, I'm at your service. I'll gladly answer any of your questions.
You hear that, Sonny? Any questions?
Shut up, Marty.
Okay. We will certainly do that. First, let's have a look. Diamond. Day-Night Diamond, Zebra. Beautiful, calm, and professional. And probably a courtesan. Pretty Zebra receptionist behind the desk at the Nile. We got an update here as well. There. The night that changed Sonny and Marty's lives forever. It started with a strange call and an unexpected visit from a tigress. and ended in a hatching house where the duo had to witness an unprecedented massacre. Sonny became personally involved in the case when a strange figure in a top hat targeted his family, but escaped before he could have been apprehended. In truth, the case was never officially closed, but under the pressure of the Attorney General, the papers had reported as the glorious triumph of the chicken police. This is where the legend originated from, started by an unfortunate lie. That is interesting. So that case was never closed. What if the person was back? Well,
I wouldn't want to offend you, far from it, but it's evident you're from the police, even without this.
fair enough.
Is it that obvious?
No, it isn't, but, you know, here in the Nile, we have a keen eye for this kind of thing.
Right. I understand, ma'am. Do you know a gentleman named Louis C. Hayworth?
Of course I do. Mr. Hayworth is a regular guest at our establishment.
I see. How regular, if I may ask?
I can't give you any information about that. House policy.
Fair enough.
We have that too. It's called the law, ma'am.
Oh, snap.
If you have any questions of that nature, please come back with a warrant.
Okay.
Touche.
Yeah, she knows how to play that game.
Does this list mean anything to you?
This? I'm not sure. No, nothing.
Don't you see some familiar names on there?
I do, but everybody knows those animals. Personally, I have no contact with any of them.
I see. Oh, thank you.
What about
Look,
this?
she gave this to us. The girl named Deborah, the one we asked you about.
I see.
Do you know what this is?
Of course. It's a membership card.
Was this person a regular here?
If this belonged to her, then yes. I can check for you. Please, the ladies will entertain you while you wait. I'll be right back.
Thank you. Much obliged.
Oh, he actually did leave.
May I invite you gentlemen for a drink, perhaps?
No, thank you. We're in a hurry.
Oh.
For Marty. Okay.
I apologize for the wait. Please, come with me, gentlemen.
So you were successful.
My mistress, Madame Zavas, would like to meet you.
Okay.
You mean that, Madame Savas?
As far as I know, there's only one of her, so yes,
Please, miss, take us to her.
with pleasure.
Okay.
Madame
Looks like we know.
Zavas was a legend in Clawville. Her name was known all over the wilderness. She's an avid royalist, former member of the Council of 12,
Oh.
spy master, assassin, businesswoman, and courtesan. To be honest, I didn't even know she was still alive. She's no spring chicken, that's for sure. She could also be my mother, or maybe my grandmother. First Ibn Wessler, now her. Honestly, tonight it wouldn't surprise me if His Majesty Hector III didn't grace me with his presence.
That's a big list of titles, almost Daenerys-like. Look around first.
Interesting pieces.
Do you think so? It's the art of my people.
Crocodiles?
There are many kinds of crocodile in the wilderness, Mr. Featherland. This is the art of the Nilenites.
Ah, hence the name, the sweltering Nile.
It's a river, Mr. Featherland. My ancestors lived by this river a long time ago.
Ah, interesting.
Thank you.
Hey.
Is that the time already?
Have you noticed your clock's not working?
How observant you are. That clock isn't meant to show the time, it's a decoration. A memento.
It's beautiful.
Indeed.
There's something weird about that clock.
Oh.
What a painting. Congratulations, ma'am.
Marty.
Yes. It's beautiful indeed. It's more than 40 years old. You know, I was considered pretty then.
Oh, don't say that. You still look great, ma'am.
Thank you. It feels good, but no. There's no need for lies. Those days are long gone. Every age has its truth and its beauty. For me, beauty is not in the looks anymore.
I agree, ma'am.
Okay.
There are books here on quite a variety of topics.
The Death of the Horse. 7 Pieces of Mind. Slime and Punishment. Owls Don't Blink. 1 Key to the Animal Mind. Okay. Nice references. Where we have... Oh, there. Madame Zavas, crocodile, female. The smile is fake, her story is fake, but the danger is real. Madame Zavas is a spy and courtesan who was already a legend when I was still just a little chick. There were tales about her beauty and her lethal coldness. Time never stopped for her either, but she doesn't seem any less dangerous than what the legend says. Now she spends her days as the owner of the luxury brothel, the Sweltering Nile. Okay. The Nilonites is an ancient culture gone extinct. It used to be a huge, substantial empire in the southwestern tropical region of the wilderness. One famous, still living representative of this culture is Madame Zavas, the legendary spy master and courtesan. Alright.
Let me introduce myself properly, ma'am.
Mr. Santino, I know who you are. And I also know your partner. The legend of the chicken police is always one step ahead of the chicken police.
Thank you. That's flattering.
May I ask what you are looking for exactly? Here on this night?
You know, that's an interesting question. The card we've shown your lovely colleague
Belongs to an old friend of ours, whom we haven't seen for a long time here.
And the name?
Unfortunately, no, Mr. Santino. That's confidential information. In my line of work, discretion is everything.
Well, you know, in our line of work, the law is above everything.
Oh, do you think so? I could tell you what your colleagues think is also above everything, but as I said, discretion.
Look, ma'am, we don't want to impose. We're conducting a private investigation, which started off as harmless, but now it's murder.
Yes.
That sounds serious.
It is serious.
It is serious.
Yes.
That's why we'd be grateful for your help.
In that case, I'm at your service. Ask your questions, and I'm going to answer to the best of my knowledge. As long as you're not wading through muddy waters.
Fortunately, I swim very well for a chicken.
I swim well, too.
I'm sure. Okay. Let's ask her.
As I was saying, it belongs to us. Only our most valuable guests have one of these. And our employees, of course.
The employees, too. Good to know. Can you tell me if this card belonged to a guest or an employee?
No.
I thought so. Yes, thank you.
Too bad. Anything about Lewis?
Lewis Hayworth is a good friend of mine. It surprises me that he's a regular here.
You wouldn't believe our clientele. You would be shocked.
No doubt. Lewis, does he come here often?
Not so often.
Thank you for the vague answer, ma'am.
The mystery is thrilling. The thrill is life itself.
That was beautiful, ma'am.
Okay. Can I do anything with this list of names?
Tell me, have you ever seen this list?
I have.
Am I right to assume it has something to do with the sweltering Nile?
It does, yes. But I can't tell you more about it. No.
Discretion is key.
Okay, but at least we have confirmation that it is connected to the sweltering Nile. That is something.
Do you know Natasha Katsenko personally?
Yes, I do.
Tell me about her.
Warm-hearted, protective, quick-tempered, fierce. Yes, fierce.
Thank you. Very useful.
Okay, we can question her now.
This place isn't just our home with the girls. It's a sanctuary.
Really? How?
It symbolizes why the city was founded almost 1,000 years ago. Unity, love, freedom.
Interbreeding?
That too, yes. Do you have a problem with that?
Oh, don't get me wrong. I don't. My girlfriend's a predator.
Really? I'm glad to hear it.
Okay. Let's question her.
Deceit.
This is going to be
everything
interesting.
to Zavas. She used to be a spy, so I'm going to take her every word with a grain of salt.
Okay. A little bit negative here. Deceptive. Who's behind the legend, Miss Zavas? Who are you
Who's
really?
behind the legend, Miss Zavas? Who are you, really?
Just an animal raised to survive, Mr. Featherland. And because I've been taught, I know how to survive.
And you managed to dodge my question. Clever.
Well, you see, this is one of the typical elements of survival. The way of dodging a delicate question and still making the questioner believe he got the answer. But you're too cunning and experienced, aren't you? You're not an easy one to fool.
That's right.
I'm trying to maintain appearances, ma'am.
You should. Appearances, most of the time, are stronger and more dangerous than the truth.
Okay. The survivor. Is it dangerous being a royalist nowadays?
Isn't it dangerous being a royalist nowadays?
You know, Mr. Featherland, those that are genuinely dedicated never care about danger. That's something you must know even better than I.
Do you think it's my loyalty that motivates me the most? If you do, I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Maybe you're not loyal to the police, Mr. Featherland, but you are to your own principles and ideals. Am I right?
That's true, but you're avoiding the question. Why did you stay in the king's employment after the scandals that are making half the city riot? What makes you still believe so much in the institution of monarchy?
That's a good question.
You know, I always adapt, but only to a degree where I still don't have to give up myself and my ideals for the sake of survival.
You'd
Makes
rather
sense.
die then.
Maybe it would seem too dramatic or even romantic to you, but yes, exactly.
I'm sorry to doubt you, but I've always thought your kind was rather compromised.
Do you mean spies or crocodiles?
Spies, of course.
I must disappoint you, but there aren't many groups as loyal and unwavering as the spies, Mr. Featherland.
If you're telling me, ma'am, I believe you.
-10. Oh no. Okay, why did you decide to open the brothel?
Why did you decide to open a brothel?
You know, this place used to be an orphanage. Then after the Great Avian Plague, a hatchery. Then, young mothers lived here who had nowhere else to go. That's when I took over.
Young mothers and prostitutes. That feels like a sharp turn.
No, it didn't happen like that, of course. The process took 20 years, but one thing remains the same. I wanted to help girls who had nothing and no one. To help them.
And this was the best you could do, helping them sell their bodies.
You see things very superficially, Mr. Featherland. We're a family who helped each other even at the worst of times, took care of each other, and what's most important, survived. Yes, survive, no matter the cost.
And it's the cherry on top of the most treasured secrets of the rich and famous.
Very insightful, Mr. Featherland. There's truth to that. Knowledge is power, as they say. And we know a lot about powerful animals that could be used as weapons. Or the opposite. That could avert a war.
Okay, a little bit positive, at least. If I guess who the card belongs to, will you tell me?
If I guess who the card belongs to, will you tell me?
I wouldn't say that's an acceptable price for such a secret as this, but if you guess right, I won't lie to you. Then, I will tell you you were right. Yes.
Good. Let's see. The answer to my question, Natasha Katsenko.
Well, Mr. Featherland, it seems the gossip about you is right. What gave it away?
It couldn't have been easier. There's a beautiful woman with a mysterious past, trying to keep it a secret, while someone's threatening her with the exact same thing, leaving rather unmistakable messages behind. Plus, we found the card on Deborah, who was her best friend and confidant, so she was either trying to hide it or destroy it forever, so no one could find out the truth. Am I right so far?
Sounds pretty good, Sonny.
Indeed, Mr. Featherland.
So if I'm not mistaken, Natasha used to work for you before she met Ibn Wessler. He fell in love with her, gave her a job at the Millions Club. The rest is history.
You have talent, Mr. Featherland. I'm really sorry you're not working for the government.
I am working for the government. I'm a cop.
Are you sure, Mr. Featherland?
Huh.
Touché.
Indeed. Natasha used to work here. We can put it that way, but you know, this isn't just a workplace. She also lived here. She was part of our family, and we still love her very much.
Right. That puts everything in a different light. Savas is a true survivor, always was. And she's proud of that, even to this day. Maybe I can get her to trust me if I play to this part of her.
Okay. That was positive. Dangerous, okay. Play into her survivor character. Maybe you've tried to shape her into your image.
You tried to shape her into your image.
I reject your assumption, Mr. Featherland.
Oh.
Natasha was a self-sufficient woman even at 17. She was wounded, afraid, and running from something, but self-sufficient nevertheless.
And you hadn't tried to change that?
I'm not one to change animals. I'm not a psychologist, Mr. Featherland. Nor am I some
Doesn't
secret
sound like the
spy
right
training
choice.
officer. The girl...
Thank you. I actually believe you.
Yeah, that wasn't good. You knew you were taking a risk, yet you still took her in. Why?
You knew you were taking a risk, yet you still took her in. Why?
I don't know, Mr. Featherland. These things can't always be rationally explained. Not even when I've lived my whole life based on reason, on logic, almost every step calculated.
So Natasha came and turned your whole life upside down. She's like that, isn't she?
It's in her nature, yes. Poor thing can't help it. She's like a tornado. She usually takes everything with her.
That's quite an apt metaphor, but I have to agree.
Did she sweep you away, too?
I don't know yet, madam. I'm clinging firmly to the ground.
At least for now. Okay, that was positive. You know where Natasha came from before
Do you know
Clawville?
where Natasha came from before Clawville?
Naturally. The poor dear couldn't even deny it. Even her name's eloquent, her accent, but mostly her manners, Mr. Featherland. She's from Stovos, and she belonged to the upper class of Stavonian social circles. She could barely even speak the language when I first met her.
That's all you know about her. An ex-spy like you must have checked up on her new protege's past.
That's the most exciting thing. Yes, I have. Multiple times putting my most treasured connections to good use. But nobody found anything.
Oh, interesting.
Natasha's trail could only be traced back to the Stavonian border. What happened in that country, no one knows.
That is interesting. That even she couldn't find out more about her
It's
past.
rather curious, don't you think?
It is, Mr. Featherland. Yes, curious. That's why I've always been rather fond of Natasha.
Did it touch you deeply when she left you?
Indeed, it did.
Zavos is protective. It seems she's dedicating her whole life to her proteges. If I concentrate on that, maybe she'll open up to me.
Okay. Have you kept in touch?
Have you kept in touch?
Only occasionally, Mr. Featherland. She writes to me every few weeks, and very rarely we talk on the phone. But I haven't heard from her in weeks. The truth is, I've started to worry about her.
Did she give no sign of being in trouble?
Never. No. Natasha's not the kind to talk about her feelings.
Yeah, I've noticed
Yeah.
that myself.
Yeah, that was positive though. When was the last time you saw her?
When was the last time you saw her, Madame Zavos?
Maybe around 2 months ago. There was a ball, attended by Ibn Wessler, his beautiful mate Natasha, and myself. Yes.
Was she herself? Did you feel like she was afraid or worried about something?
On the contrary, she was unrestrained, free, radiant. She was in love. Yes, in her own unique way.
What do you mean?
You know Natasha loves on a different level than most Clawville women. Or most women in the wilderness, in fact. Maybe it's because of the Stavonian origins. Perhaps it's something else.
So you didn't notice anything strange about her?
Well, if anything could be called strange, it was that I saw a woman positively floating above the ground, who previously used to stand on it with 2 feet.
I see. Thank you, madam.
Also positive. Okay. How did you feel when you learned Natasha was going to leave?
How did you feel when you learned Natasha was going to leave?
Honestly, I was very hurt. I loved her as a daughter. How would you have felt?
I couldn't say.
That's very honest.
And I still couldn't stop her, and you know why?
Of course I do, because you loved her.
You've been in my shoes before, am I right, Detective? Yes, I can feel you have.
This isn't about me, madam. Please stop changing the subject.
I have felt betrayed on a certain level. Yes, and offended, and alone. Even amongst all my friends.
Were you disappointed in her?
Only in myself, Mr. Featherland. But I have a hunch you know this feeling very well.
Yes, you're right. Well, Thank you for your time, madam.
I feel like that didn't went
Anytime, detective.
too bad.
Yes.
Let's see. 90% again. Woo! True detective. You nailed it.
Please, gentlemen, wait here a moment. I would like to show you something that could help you.
Okay.
Oh, that's excellent news. Thank you. We will wait.
Do you trust her?
Not in the slightest. Even her smile is fake. This woman wallowed in other animals' secrets until she became one too.
That's exactly how I feel.
Anyway, now that we're here, we can take a better look around.
Just what I was thinking.
And we will do that next time. The episode is already terribly long, but didn't want to interrupt in the middle of this important investigation. Thank you all for joining me for today's episode. If you enjoyed the episode, please give the video a like. Maybe consider subscribing to the channel, share the video with friends, family, and the people on the internet. And if you want to go the extra mile to support this channel, you can check out the Patreon link down below. All of that helps me out a whole bunch and will bring you more content in the future. I will be back with more Chicken Police tomorrow. Until then, have a great time.